The Essie laser strike. Let's get it. Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery. Today, we're doing the laser strike by Essie. One of my all-time favorite bushcrafty type knives. Before we get too far into the video, 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. Vets, I can't say it enough. I love you. You have a place here. Don't fight. Just fight alone. We'll put some links in the description to some folks that can help. All I can do is try to raise awareness, and that's what we try to do. We back the blue over here. We support Leo. How do you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn law to the best of our abilities. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. So, the laser strike by Essie. Now, Essie knives are made, for the most part, by the Rowan family out in Idaho. They're made in the USA. This one is about 3/16 in length with a 5-inch blade, 4.5-inch cutting surface. It has a 5-inch handle, which I absolutely love. Some really good jimping on the back there. You see, I totally missed old Scab, just going for the downs. This is the JP stab test, where we just kind of stab the side wall of some tires. Now, this is a spear point. It's a very, very classic design, good looking design, and pretty damn good stabber. If you want to be honest with it, they use 1095 steel. Now, it's got canvas micarta handles. Here's the thing, guys. We talk a lot, and you've heard a lot about Buck and their heat treat, the Paul Boss heat treat. And, well, we should. They do a fantastic job. But I'm going to tell you something. Rowan Knives does as good a job with 1095 as anybody in the industry. We put this knife through a lot of tests today, and if you're new to the channel, one of the things I try to do is just set the video up so that you can turn off the narration, watch the knife work, and get a pretty decent representation of what you have. I am a novice at best, and when it comes to bushcrafting, I assure you, or camping, whatever the hell you want to call it, I assure you I'm a novice. And so, as we go, please bear that in mind. I in no way am an expert, no way, no shape, no how. I can make some nice punji sticks there for the kids in the neighborhood, as I have want to do. Now, this is a piece of fat wood. It's a small piece of fat wood, but I wanted to show you. And it's really small. We're just going to take and split it and work it down, because we're going to do a Fat Wood Friday fire at the end of this video. But the thing that I love about this knife is you can use it for just about any task you want. We do a lot of chopping. Well, we don't do a lot of chopping. We do some batoning in this video. We do a little slicing. We do some of our basic tests. And I call them tests. They're not, it's just knife doing knife stuff. That's what I want to show you. Now, Essie does a great job, or Rowan does a great job, I guess Essie you could say, with their heat treat. We did a lot of batoning, and this is light batoning, guys. I realize, let's not be silly. Later on, we do some heavier batoning. But once our testing was done, there wasn't a single chip, dip, bend, roll, nothing. What does that tell us? It tells us their heat treat is spot on. This is, and I say this honestly, this is one of my favorite Essies. Now, my all-time favorite Essie is the PR4, Patrick Rollins design one, and it's an old Kephart design with the scallop handles. I'm going to put a link in the description, my Amazon affiliate, to a laser strike. I'm also going to put that SE4, that PR4 in there. Take a look, check that out. I'll probably do another video on that one coming up soon. Now, right here, we just have this old piece of hackberry. This is my batoning stick. But you see, this knife does a great job. I would say it's a slicer, and you got that classic look. Here's an old weathered piece of oak. No problem, just doing some, and if you've ever just sat around and picked up an old piece of oak or an old piece of wood or something like that and tried to just really do some slicing, you find sometimes that, yeah, you can knock the bark off pretty quick, but getting down into the meat of that thing, unless you've got a sharp knife, you're not going to do it. Now, Here's where I got to tell you, this one is my brother from another mother. It's from Kurt Weiss. Kurt let me use it. He also let me use that PR4. This is, and coming soon, I'm going to try to get Kirk in a video with me because he is a wealth of knife knowledge. This size is right up his alley. That 5-inch blade, 5-inch handle, and that handle is what I like. It's canvas micarta. They said they removed the striking pommel on this one to go along more for comfort, and I got to tell you, this knife is insanely comfortable. It's got some good jimping on the back. It is aggressive, but it's not a hot spot. Now, we've done the balance test. We've done all that. It is a great, great knife. It's one of my favorite bushcraft knives. Every now and then, man, and I love all knives. I really do. I really, really, really do. Here we have our zip tie test. Now, a guy suggested changing the grip on doing this test. Thank you, my brother. I did that. I got a splinter from my thumb to my nose the other day, but changed the grip up. Zero problems. Kurt passed this knife on to me to review. I'm not sure how long he's had it, but I can tell you when I got it, the sharpness level I'd say was about an 8. When I'm done with this test, the sharpness level's between a 7 and an 8, and I do a little stropping, holding it up. But that's all you got to do. And to me, and again, these are all just opinions, but to me, if you're going in the woods, if you're going on a camping trip, if you're doing something like that, there's the old war club. Old scab winding up there. Look at the forearms on the scabber. And like Schwarzenegger over there. If you're going in the woods, and this, again, now we're playing guns, under Boy Scout. Could be a rubber band gun, I don't know. If you're going in the woods, you want something that's easily maintained. They also do a great job on their coating. I hate coated knives. I'll be the first to tell you that. But the reason that I don't like coatings on knives is because a large percentage of the time, the people don't know what the hell they're doing, and very, very rapidly that coating begins to peel. And then you got a dicked up looking knife. The knife works fine. I get it. Aesthetics aren't a huge thing. But once that coating comes off, now you've got to go more into rust prevention. Having said that, I don't know that I've ever had an Essie that chipped or flaked. What does that tell me? It tells me their process for putting on that coating is done right. Now, right here, this is just part. It's not a 4x4, but it's just a remnant of one. It is just tape. A 5-inch handle, 5-inch blade. Is it a chopper? No. Can you chop with it? Well, you see the wood chips flying off there. And again, not trying to, do anything but just test the edge. The edge held up very well. Love it. And it's comfortable in hand, guys. I didn't go all the way through it. I wasn't trying. I just wanted to show y'all. But y'all see some chips flying there. Just all kind of chippage. We're going to do a little twainage here in a minute because we're going to baton it. And then we're going to work it through. Now, doing this part, doing the chopping, doing some other tests, I never once. This is one of the most comfortable knives I've ever held. And I'm just being honest. But the truth is, my SE6 is the same way. And if you watch this channel long, you know that handles, to me, are way, way more than an afterthought. Being 50 now, having beat up, broken up hands, those handles are incredibly important to me. Now, the balance point on this knife, if you're holding the knife where the top screw is about, I'd say about an inch down from the top of the handle is your balance point. So it provides very good balance, very good comfort in hand. It's very controllable. That's another thing we look for. Can you control the knife? Do you have to have a perfect setting to do chopping? Do you have to have a perfect setting to do slicing? No. And you say, Scab, that's dumb. If you do, you don't need it. There you go. That's my whole point. A lot of times with these quote-unquote tests, some of it we're testing my skill, which is lacking. I'll be the first to tell you that. But some of it, we want to be out of position. We want to be uncomfortable. We want to be in a bad way to see how the knife's going to perform. Now, again, I told y'all, I'm a novice. Right here in this damn thing, we're trying to get through a knot. And this kind of stuff, guys, I'm not going to edit out. Y'all going to see me. Y'all going to see the knife. You're going to get a good representation or the best representation. that I can give you. Now, somebody like Kirk, Carl Ruger, any of those guys, and let's use Carl Ruger, as today's shout out. If you hadn't got over there and subscribed to Carl, you need to, because dude can do it all. He can sing, seriously, bushcraft, beautiful swordsmanship. Carl Ruger is our shout out for the day. But see, something like this, if you take Carl with this knife, the knife's going to look 1,000 times better because the dude knows what he's doing while I'm just learning. Go subscribe to Carl. Now, our other shout out, as always, is Donnie B all day. D-Bad is marching to 10,000. I've got a little video coming up after this one, just a quick. I got a little box from D-Bad. I got to show y'all that. I didn't want to put it in this video because I don't want it to get lost. Check out Donnie B all day. Go subscribe to him. And, of course, my brother from another, Joe Love, over at Steel Force and Fire Sword and Knife, and the Shredder. They put out a little video this morning. The Shredder family is awesome. So those are my shout outs, guys. Check those guys out. Now, right here is the remnants of that old canvas bat bag I had. And just, honestly, just showing you just some quick slicing stuff, man. Not every test has to be hard use. Let's hit the damn thing with a hammer. This thing works very well for small tasks. It's got a very, very, very comfortable choil. Put my pointer in it, thumb on the jimping. Man, it just makes for a really, really, really comfortable grip. The other thing is it does come with a sharpening choil. While it is a 5-inch blade, you got about 4.5 inches of cutting surface. Now right here, we're going to do, this is just that old piece of oak. And I wanted to show y'all this because this thing batoned clean and straight through it, and never, ever a roll, a chip, anything on that blade. And look how clean it went through. This is a great knife. Now, some people like Essie, some people don't. Knives are subjective. Y'all know that as well as anybody. So when I do these videos, the video is not to sell you on a knife. Sometimes it may seem that way. That just, you can, if I like a knife, I'm going to try, I think it's human nature to try to push you that way. But more and more, guys, my whole goal is to see what you guys can do with it. If you can, I know most of you, were raised from wee lads off the wolf's teat, so this would be, y'all would make me look silly. But if I in some way can give you an overall view of it and help you along your way, that's what I want to do. Again, just doing some slicing right there. I tried to use every inch of this blade throughout our testing period. Now, I'll usually do the Donnie B all day, throw it at the stump, Donnie B all day drop test, Donnie B all day, whatever else kind of Donnie B all day test I do. And I'm pretty sure that I deleted all that when I was trying to go through and edit this thing. So just take it from me. It's very well balanced. The tip held up well. And I could kick myself. Also, it cuts paper pretty good if you're wondering. Well, guys, listen. I cannot tout the praises of this knife enough. Now, right here, we're just shaving a little bit. That's some of that old good fat wood. And what I've done, guys, y'all know this because in several videos I've showed you just sitting at the kitchen table processing fat wood. You see those good curly cues there. This is a mixture. Again, I have a bag. As soon as somebody will send me some fat wood, what I do is I immediately slice some up and put it in a bag. That way I have some from everywhere under the sun. You guys got about a minute left. I just want to take a second. We always do videos for people who can't, for those who can't. And well, we should. But I wanted to do a video for those who can and those who do take care of others. For those caretakers, for those of you who sacrifice yourself, your time, Megatron is one of those. I love her dearly. So this one is for Megatron, honey. I love you. And it's for all of your brothers and sisters that work alongside you in your work. And to all of you out there who are out there doing work and helping people and loving others and being selfless, this fire is for you. Well, guys, Mikey says it best. Never give up, never surrender, and everything will be okay. I love Mikey, and Mikey's true. I'm Scab. You're not. And I'm gone, son.